Hi, folks. Eddie West here. I just wanted to tell you that Sunday, our pastor was preaching about Daniel and the lion's den, and he talked about problems, and we've all got problems. You know, it brought back some memories that I've had of when I was in college at Pasadena College, and then it no longer exists, I don't think. And all those colleges and seminaries and everything that I went to, they're gone. They don't even exist anymore. But anyway, I had a problem with when I first got there. The second year that I was there, I remember registering, and I went in to see Mr. McLeod, his name was, and he said, "Don't worry about it, Eddie." He said, "Everything is covered." And I said, "Well, what about my books? Are they covered?" And he said, "Well, no, they're not covered. You're going to have to pay for your books." And I said, "Well, I don't have money to pay for my books." I mean, we were very poor in those days. My father was on Social Security, and I was poor, and I was going to a Christian college in Pasadena. And I'm going to tell you what, it was something else. And I had been that summer, I had been a youth minister in Chandler, Arizona, for a pastor, and one of his members in the church sent a letter to the church, to the school, and said, "What can I do to help Eddie?" And they paid for my books, and it came in the mail the next day. And Dr. McLeod said, "Eddie, don't worry about it." He said, it'll happen. He said, "God's going to take care of you." And I said, "Well, okay," but I said, I am going to pray that somehow I'll be able to pay for my books. And he said, it'll work out. He said, "I think God's got something in mind for you." And I said, okay. I don't know if he knew that they had already gotten that letter or not, but the check came the next day, and they paid for my books, and praise the Lord, man, I went to college for free. Well, I mean, I had a loan and all these grants and stuff like that you get when you're poor. But and I'm glad I got to go to college, and the 5 years it took me to get out of there. But so it was, and I got Janelle there. That was the best gift I've ever got in any college, was to get Janelle. Anyway, that was one of the miracles that I thought about. I thought, I prayed like Daniel had prayed for problems. I had a problem, man. I wasn't going to be able to go to school. I didn't have the books. I didn't have the books in my hand. I couldn't pay for them. And I got to thinking, man, that came the very next day when they were due. And that's when that check came in. And praise the Lord for answered prayer. And so God is going to answer your prayers, just no matter what problem it is. Trust the Lord. Okay? God bless you today. Have a good day today.